horn is in the centre of the steering wheel here. Now going across to the left hand side we have our volume control for the stereo, so I'm going to have to put the ignition on for this. Hopefully it will stop pinging in a second. I've got all the doors open for you. So we've got our volume control, we've got our seek control, so we can go through our preset stations by moving that up or down, and then you've got mute. Now those features are also able to be done by using the buttons over here. So radio is on, mute, but we can turn the radio up there and we can turn it down there. Okay, so again we're on DAB at the moment. If we nudge that, it's just going to go through its different settings. Now we've got mode on the centre of that, so if we press that button you'll see these little messages coming up: tuner, disc, iPod, AHA, which is an app, UPO, I'm not quite sure what that is to be honest, different apps, USB, SD card, HDMI, video goes in, Bluetooth, standby to switch it off completely and back to DAB. So that's all done from this little button here. Now moving across into the centre, let's turn the radio down. Your clock is pretty simple to change. You've got your hour, minutes and seconds button there, and then your row of buttons below. Parking sensors off, so that's to switch your parking sensors off if you're sat in traffic and you don't want the beeping all the time. Hill descent control is beside that, so if you're going down a very steep hill and you're struggling on the brakes and you want the engine to help, you press that button and that will help with the engine braking, slow you down. Electronic stability control beside that. Hazard lights. Next one is your heated screen. That's where your windscreen wipers sit at the front. There are some heating elements in there to help warm your wipers up. That will do that. Sorry, that's your rear screen. That's your heating elements for your front screen, and that's your heated steering wheel, which is rather lovely. Below that we've got the stereo. We'll worry about that in a second. So underneath that we've got the heating controls. So looking at the round on the right hand side, there's got a picture of the fan in the middle. That does your fan speed up and down, and then you've got ambient temperature, tells you what the temperature is outside. On your left hand roundel you've got heat going up and heat going down. You've got off completely, and then you've got auto, so you set what temperature you want and it will get there as fast as it possibly can. Now we've got mode, our first button on the left, that will change the direction of airflow. Aircon, pretty self-explanatory. Direct air in or recycled air, and this button to deep mist your front windscreen. Below that we've got two knobs, two different settings for heated seats. So you've got the driver's side and the passenger side there. Gearbox obviously in behind that, gear stick, so whenever you're going to move any gears you put your foot on the brake. If we go into reverse, obviously our tailgate is up at the moment, try and get as much light in here as possible. You'll see there's a series of lines. Now the green line will be about 2 meters away, the amber line will be about 1 meter, and normally the red line is about 18 inches. I would get yourself against a straight wall and just reverse back towards it and stop at each line just so you can see exactly how far you are away, and then once you've got that, that'll be set in your head. We come down to drive, and then we have the option then of going into manual, so we've switched it across to M. Not going to do it because I haven't got the actual engine running, which is quiet inside. So we go to M and then we change gear by nudging that one forward. So we go up gear, nudging forward, and down gear, pulling back. You may want to do that if you're doing a bit of towing and you're on a steep hill or something, but most of the time the auto will be absolutely fine. Gear stick on that side obviously, and then you've got a storage area here which is opened by a little button on the